Rated R Wrestling Podcast. Go!
Uncensored and unapologetic. Rated R Wrestling starts now.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the Rated R Wrestling Podcast. I am Aaron, aka StudMuffin Supreme.
And I am Michael.
And welcome to episode 3 of our podcast. Conspicuous by his absence, Kyle is not here, unfortunately, today. His excuse why he wasn't here, he said that he is currently stuck on the shitter.
Oh, boy.
Because he had a bad combination of, I think he said White Castle, Chipotle, and there was like a third one or something. He said he was taking a hefty Monet.
Ew, a Monet.
So, take that for what you will. I mean, I'm not saying those were his words, not mine. But
well, anytime you make the choices he made and a Monet's involved, definitely some poor choices have been made. He needs to do that.
But he does send his regards, and he says he will be back next week when we do another episode. So today,
they get better, Kyle, but it's not really a medical condition, so just blow it out, bud.
It was your poor choice that ate the combination of. Why the fuck would you eat all that together?
Just get her out.
But we're going to start off today with something we did last week. Started off this day in wrestling history. I got 3 of them here. We're going to start off in 1985, October 29th. Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, cut the infamous, well not infamous, but famous Hard Times promo.
Hard Times, Daddy.
Hard Times, Daddy, if you will. Yeah, he was cutting it on Ric Flair. He was feuding with him at the time. That was a pretty dope feud. Just anything Dusty did was awesome.
He was a legend. Man can cut a promo better than most wrestlers, even today.
Absolutely.
If you guys want to see excellent promo work done the way it was before scripting, go watch that guy.
Oh, absolutely.
Go watch that guy.
He was funky like a monkey, baby.
He was a funky monkey, baby. He was doing TV shows and sitcoms.
If you will. Love Dusty. But yeah, miss you. R.I.P. Dusty. You were awesome. But yeah, if you ever want to understand, if you're getting new into wrestling and you want to know how promos are really done, YouTube it, look it up. Dusty Rhodes Hard Time promo.
Classic.
Jump a little bit in the timeline here. October 29th, 2020. Gunther, who you know now, but he was referred to as Walter back then, was defending the NXT UK title against Ilya Dragunov. And what I could describe as one of the most brutal, hard-fought matches I've ever seen. Ilya's chest, my God, at the end of that looked like hamburger.
That was a banger of a match. That was brutal. And it was one of the best definitions of English strong style you could point to.
100%. And it's a shame that match was not in front of a live audience because I think they would have absolutely soaked every bit of that up.
The COVID era took so much from us. Not just that match, but many more great ones.
I really wish those two would run it back. I really do.
However, it did bring us the moment where the women were caught just lazing about during commercials. That was good.
Yeah, so there was... Oh, and don't forget Retribution. We don't talk about Retribution.
I forgot about that on purpose, Joe.
Yeah, I actually thought about the last episode on the What the Fuck moments. I actually had that on my list. I don't know why I didn't talk about it, but like I said last week, we'll be talking about What the Fuck moments consistently. So Retribution, don't think you're off the hook. You'll be brought up eventually.
It's coming. And again, guys, bring it up to us. Anything you got. Nothing's off limits. Let us have it. We would love to bring it up on the show.
Yes, because remember, we are unapologetic and we are uncensored. So
and also unsponsored.
Unsponsored, yes, definitely.
Change that.
Yeah, that can change. That can change. So anybody out there, you know, we're just a little guy, little engine that could. So maybe get a little.
Also, a Markcast. Anyone
yes, Markcast
is looking to jump on an existing podcast. We'd love to talk to you.
Boy, I've got a note for that later. But so my last point of reference for today in wrestling history, and I saved it for last because we're going back in the time a little bit. October 29th, 1995, it's a little event, a little Pardookie called WCW Halloween Havoc 1995.
Oh boy, that one was a real go-getter.
Oh my gosh, jeez Louise. That show, the two things that remember, because I could talk about that show for a while, but freaking the Giant versus Hulk Hogan in a sumo monster truck match on the top of Cobo Hall. That itself is a WTF. But the Giant getting knocked off the top by Hulk Hogan murdering him, and then coming back later without a scratch.
Dude was scratchless.
In his singlet.
No bruise, nothing.
For their world title match, which ended in stupid bullshit, where the title ended up changing hands via DQ. But that wasn't the cherry on top of the cake. No. Oh boy, the Yeti made his debut that night too.
The Yeti.
Who was Ron Reese dressed up like a mummy.
That's really what the man looked like, was the mummy.
And then him and the Giant proceeded to give what I would like to refer to as a double bear hug rape fest on poor Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
I love the phrasing on that. Double bear hug rape fest. Now, I would love to point out the mummy being... I'm sure whoever wrote that is like, oh, I inspired the mummy, because that came afterward. I'm sure that dude clings to that fucking to this day.
Yeah, he
whoever wrote that, if you watch this, please, I would love to hear the
I honestly would love to have been the fly on the wall with WCW Creative, where they're like, okay, we're gonna have the Yeti come out. All right, so what's he gonna look like? Oh, that thing. Oh, that's a fucking mummy. What the fuck?
Do you know what a Yeti looks like?
No.
Yeah, it's white, right? We don't have snow or fur, so we'll just
fucking put
toilet paper.
Mummy, it rhymes. Fucking send him out there. Ron, go out there and do it. Fuck him. But what's funny, I tell you, I don't know if you know this, but literally that after that appearance, the Yeti came back, but he was dressed as a fucking ninja. And he was referred to as the Super Giant Ninja.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah,
that sounds like some typical.
So you can tell.
WCW.
So that mummy look did not last very long. All right.
So most things at that time.
Yeah. So that's it for our history lesson here.
Close the history book.
Didn't really have an idea of a consensus of a theme today, so we're just going to talk about some news stories that are in the world of wrestling. Some stuff I pointed out.
The sphere of wrestling.
Yeah, buddy. I wanted to do an honorable mention. IRS, Mike Rotunda, it was reported that he was in hospice. That's Bray Wyatt's dad, folks. But I also read, actually, before I came here, that his family actually addressed it. He's not in hospice. He's just in some sort of rehab place. So he's not dying.
Interesting.
So
sounds like someone just wanted to take off of that headline for clicks.
Because I originally had in this notes talking about
wrestling journalism.
Right. I had in my notes condolences for him, but I had to redact that because I don't want to look like a fucking idiot. But yes, he's not dying, so thank goodness for that.
And it's a good thing you said that, because I literally was getting ready to look like a damn idiot and say the exact thing you was getting ready to say too.
Well, good. I'm glad I saved yourself from looking like that. Just some notes here. Chelsea Green resigns until 2025. What do you think about Chelsea Green?
I actually love Chelsea Green. I think they kind of purposely took her a step back with the whole
Secret Hervis.
Secret Hervis,
God,
but at the same time, she's one of the secrets of the secret treasures of the women's division, and I think they definitely need to do something big with her moving forward.
Matt Cardona's a lucky motherfucker.
That dude. I'd love to talk to you, not just about your wife, but about all things wrestling.
Oh yeah, he's a big toy collector too. So, but yeah,
love to see the collection.
Chelsea Green was awesome. Well, is awesome.
Was probably will be for a while, long time.
It's amazing where she came from, because when she first debuted on the main roster in 2019, I don't know if you saw that episode of Raw. She came out to crickets. Not even crickets were making noises, and then she was released not too long after that. But she came back, and now it's amazing where she's at.
I'm sure I saw that episode of Raw, but it was so blasé and
it was late 2019.
So well that no one paid attention to it.
Well, it was late 2019, so I don't blame you, because that year, man. Jeez, we'll talk about that year. Have you seen the mysterious vignettes they've been doing with the feet?
The shoes. The man in the shoes.
Yeah, so they put out about 4 or 5 of those, and everybody was already like speculating what it was. First one I heard was Andrade, which I would have laughed my ass off.
Yeah, that would be a total backpedal on multiple parties.
Yeah, and then some people said it was Gunther coming back. Somebody even said Santos Escobar, because he just re-signed. Turns out everyone was wrong. Did you see what it ended up being?
I'll be honest. No, I have not. I have not watched the latest Raw yet.
So it ended up being
I didn't see that part.
It ended up being a commercial for WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas.
And a lot of people speculated that was what it was, and a lot of people were I think a lot of people were on the hopium. That's not what it was, because it had a little more build to it than just an ad.
Because people are like, ooh, we're getting a new faction, a guy's returning. No, it's just an ad. What's great is one of the last vignettes they had before they revealed it was another shoe video where dude's walking, but it was cowboy boots and a pair of blue jeans. So immediately people were like, oh, this better not be fucking Brock. And then it ended up being fucking Brock. And because at the table you had Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Brock Lesnar, and then Triple H comes out to go, hey guys, are you guys ready for WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas again? So now everybody's pissed because, for one, it's not a reveal of a returning guy, but most people are pissed because Brock's back.
Brock! Brock! No, don't get me wrong. I like me some Brock, but at the same time, you guys really built up this anticipation, and you built up the fans for something, and then you kind of just drop the whole thing. And you're only going to be able to do that so many times before we kind of just lose interest in anything you're trying to build anticipation for. So
it's
just a wary word to the wise, maybe the unwise in WWE.
Yeah, I was a little deflated. I'm not going to lie. I think if they're going to do shit like this, just run a fucking commercial. Don't make it look like a freaking return. Because I really wanted it to be Andrade just so I could laugh my ass off, but no, I can't get that.
There was no satisfaction in it for anyone. Not the heels, not the baby faces, not the trolls.
Yeah.
Just TKO.
Yeah, so
and them pushing their greed machine as we ever increasing ticket prices across the country. And have you heard about this?
I heard about this.
Ever increasing ticket prices, no matter the venue, no matter the state, no matter the country. They are pushing ticket prices to the max, and fans are starting to speak out.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I don't want Vince back. I'll make that clear.
Vince being back and his indecision is going to be horrible for any continuity moving forward.
But Vince didn't charge you a freaking house payment to go to a wrestling show.
He knew how to price for families, children, get the whole family in and get the merch money versus get all the money in the ticket and then squeeze the retirement funds for everything else.
And make no mistake about it, this is a TKO thing.
Very much TKO.
100%.
It's not Triple H. It's not The Rock. It is very much Ari Emanuel and the rest of the TKO board wanting to push profits solely to 100%. Benefit themselves and stockholders.
I mean, if it was up to them, they'd have every WWE show and pay-per-view out of Las Vegas.
They would literally have us at gunpoint and have us empty our wallets on the way in, on top of paying the ticket.
I just don't... You're pricing people out. The problem is, there's dickheads with money that will still buy this shit. So, the only thing that I feel like would change their mind is if people quit buying, but they can't.
And that's a mindset in not only wrestling but in a lot of things. Video games where they chase the whale now. They're not interested in the average consumer anymore. Yeah. They're
all about the money.
The guy who can blow thousands of dollars on an experience.
Yeah.
And that's not what every fan can do, Aaron. That's only what I won't even say 10% of your audience can do. So what are you going to do when you eventually squeeze the sharks out?
Yeah, I mean, that kind of price, okay, shit like WrestleMania, which we've always wanted to go to. I get it if that's going to be a little bit of an expensive ticket, right? But when you pricing people out on like a Raw, which Raws are, when you go to a Raw or Smack, we've been to a few. I don't know. I feel like my view on the show would have changed if I was spending $500 for a ticket just for a television taping of a Raw. I mean, you got to give your bang for your buck here. I mean,
and let's be honest, the banging on the bucks have been getting less and less.
Yeah, I mean, you did the same thing. We went to the Royal Rumble in Indianapolis. Mm-hmm. I had to do a payment plan. I know you did too, didn't you?
I did. I put mine on, I think, 4 or 5 payments.
For 3 seats, I don't know about you, but 3 seats for 4 seats for myself, my father, my brother and sister. I mean, we weren't at the highest peak, but it was almost $900 fucking dollars.
Myself and my wife, and I didn't pay for the hotel room. I piggybacked off some friends that were going, but I only paid for the tickets. Thank God. But and even then, I wasn't anywhere close to the ring. I didn't get no experience. I was in the nosebleeds, y'all.
Yeah,
by the upper screen.
Now, granted, yes, it was expensive, but I felt like we had never got a chance to do a Rumble, and we weren't going to get it for another 2 years because the next Rumble's in Saudi.
And let's be honest, we might not ever get it again. They're moving more and more international.
It's hard to tell. So it was an opportunity. Yeah, I just bitched about the prices, but for that, what I'm saying is at an event like that, I will swallow that better than I wouldn't pay that much to go to a Raw or SmackDown. No.
Not anymore.
No.
Those are pay-per-view prices and exorbitant pay-per-view prices at that under the McMahon regime.
Yeah.
Just for comparison's sake.
Let's
just play apples and oranges. That's,
if I'm not mistaken, I think I saw a statistic that said like a high-rise seat like at one of these big shows, like they're like $800. Back in like the Attitude Era, that could get you like a seat in like one of the first 3 rows.
You were on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a now granted that a lot of people will say that has to do with inflation and the value of the dollar.
Fair enough.
But let's be honest, but a lot of that, even if we take inflation into account, there's still a pretty large chunk in there that is just pure profit chasing and nothing but.
Yeah. Oh man. Yes. Okay, so next thing I want to talk about, they pulled the trigger on Jade Cargill's heel turn. She turned heel on Tiffany Stratton in the build-up to their match at Saturday night's main event for the women's belt.
Ah, the Jade heel turn. Yeah.
I feel like you're not the biggest fan of Miss Cargill.
Okay. I will be honest with everyone that listens to this podcast. I do not like Jade Cargill, and it's nothing personal, but it's the fact that she was rushed straight to the main roster, straight into the big picture, kind of like the Big Show was coming from WCW to WWF.
Okay, I see.
You remember back in the day.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from on that one. Yeah, you got a point.
But unlike the Giant to the Big Show, where he was left in the care of the Undertaker.
Oh yeah.
She's been given to Bianca. I mean, I get it. Bianca's a pretty decent seasoned veteran. She went through NXT.
Yeah,
I think that
she's one of their best. She's one of their best talents.
That has graduated NXT. Yes, but I believe that Jade should have went through NXT. It would have done her a world of good. She would not be out here looking like a greenhorn on the main roster.
She would have got good seasoning down there and
much better seasoning.
Oh yeah.
She's obsessed with the Storm character. Let's talk about her heel turn. She's obsessed with the comic book character Storm.
Yeah, she's cosplayed her before, it seems like.
She is more serious about her cosplay as Storm than she is at being a wrestler. And until then, I have to put her in the Zelina Vega category. No, lower, because Zelina can actually work better.
That's fair. That's a fair statement. Yeah, with this heel turn, I really feel like if she's got to tone it down with the comic book stuff and be just...
you can be dark, you can be aggressive,
she just goes around.
You can't be Storm, too.
She's just got to go around beating bitches' asses. That's what she's got to do. Because traditionally, with heels like that, they don't really need to do a lot of flashy, fancy moves. They can be like a dominant, as to quote Sid Vicious, a big vicious heel.
Yes, and let's be honest. I mean, when one switches from from babyface to heel, they typically take something away from the audience that they love.
Yeah.
So what does Jade take away? She's taking away her clothes. You gotta take away the look. You gotta take away the classic.
There's
Jade look.
There's got to be something.
You gotta take away. I mean,
you
they don't have a cheer. You don't really have anything else. You took away your ring gear.
You got to do something to elicit the heat.
Yes, and I don't think just being a quiet vicious green heel is going to get you that much heat.
There's definitely something they got to do because
No matter how much Michael Cole yells into the microphone, that's a whole other thing.
Well, maybe we'll touch back up on that here later. Yeah, because I want to hear that. But I think whenever Bianca comes back, wherever the fuck she's at, she's obviously going to be a babyface. If they build Jade right as this heel persona, maybe they can do something with this, because this is a match people have been wanting them to do since Jade showed up, but they decided to do the tag team shit. And then Naomi's the one that turned heel on them, which, okay, get that out of the way. The money match, I think, is Bianca and Jade. Just got to make sure Jade is seasoned enough. And she's gotten better. I mean, she's admittedly gotten better, but she's not at that level yet. And I think with time, she should be. And that should be a big money match, I think.
No, I'll give her credit. She has gotten a little better in the ring. I think her mic work still needs a lot of work.
Yeah, there's some
she's out
seasoning with
there.
that.
Basically, all she needs to do is say "suffer and succotash," and she'll be right there with you know who.
I mean, she wouldn't hurt her to have a mouthpiece, maybe. That's a good possibility.
Yes, there you go, WWE. Give her a mouthpiece. That's kind of what you did with Bianca a little bit.
A little bit, yeah, because Bianca can talk.
Bianca could also carry her through a Mania match or
Yeah.
a SummerSlam
Yeah.
match.
Well, Jade's first Mania match, they put her in a six-person tag, just because she wasn't ready to do one-on-one then,
And she still screwed up her hand leg, which she's figured out either not to do or when to do it. Which
Fair enough. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see what happens with this. I'm interested to see because they can't keep doing babyface Jade, especially if she's still going after Tiff. So, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. Here's one. So they just recently did a tour in Japan, and the big thing out of that was AJ's saying this was his last time in Japan because he's wrapping up his career next year. But the thing I got out of that was they had Shinsuke Nakamura there. He also commented, said his career's winding down a little bit, and that he would like his goal to be world champion before he retires. I don't know how you feel on it, but I love Shinsuke Nakamura. I absolutely been huge fan of his since he came in. His match with Sami Zayn at NXT TakeOver Dallas is one of my favorite matches of all time, if you've ever seen that. That's one of the best matches. Probably my favorite NXT match of all time.
It was a good match. I'll give you that before I go into any counterpoint.
I'll say that I really wish, when he got put on the main roster, he started out gangbusters. I mean, they pushed him, had a great main event push. They were building up, they were planting the seeds for him and AJ. They did something which I was fucking shocked. He won the Royal Rumble. Shinsuke won the Royal Rumble, went to face AJ at WrestleMania the following year. Well, that same year. He didn't win, which I was disappointed because I wanted him to win the title. He deserved it. And then they did the stupid heel turn. And then it's been really start and stop with Shinsuke. Fall of 2023, they gave him more of a dark persona when he was feuding with Seth Rollins for the world title. I like that.
Samurai?
They evolved to that. I didn't like that they messed with the theme because I think he has one of the coolest theme songs ever.
They gave him a submission too?
But like you mentioned earlier, with the heel turn, they took the chanting away because that's going to...
Yes. You take away what the crowd loves.
And then now they got him back. He's got his old song back again because they got rid of fucking Def Rebel. Or they're trying to get rid of Def Rebel. But yeah, I personally would like to see Shinsuke win the world title before he retires. I've done yapped about him. I want to get your point on him. What's your consensus on it?
So here's my thing on Shinsuke. I loved Shinsuke when he came out. He was gangbusters. That man was amazing. The theme was amazing. He killed it in NXT. He got to the main roster. He was doing pretty good. But I think WWE dropped the ball with him when they stopped working the strong style matches with him.
Absolutely.
For better or worse, Shinsuke is a strong style guy, rather, it be Japanese, UK, it don't matter. The man just wants to hit hard in safe places and expects the same back. And if you can't work that style, it seems he can't work the best match.
I know, because I watch stuff on YouTube from New Japan, and they do a lot of retrospectives. and one of them was on Shinsuke, and they were going kind of back on his career. That dude, that's the Shinsuke I wanted to see in WWE, because dude was kneeing people in the back of the head. Obviously, it's safe, but that's what strong style is about. It's rough.
Absolutely.
And he was doing that when he came into NXT. His match with Sami Zayn was a freaking New Japan strong style match, and he dropped Cena on his head when they had their first match in, like, it was the summer of 2017, and then that kind of got him some heat with Vince, and I feel like they just didn't trust him doing that style, and he's one of the safest guys to do that, and I feel like they restricted him.
Well, he hurt the Golden Goose. He, as time and time again, history has shown, if you hurt Cena in any way, and Vince is still in charge, you're either getting the shovel or the axe. You don't really get a choice either.
Yeah, and what's stupid, because even Cena, because if you watch that moment, he actually goes over to Cena after the match is over and apologizes, and Cena's been on record as saying shit like that happens. That shouldn't have derailed it. I feel like it may not have been a direct derailment, but it planted the seeds, because I feel like it might have soured Vince's taste, and once Vince isn't high on you, it's...
Once Vince has mentally moved on from whatever he had planned for you, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, I wish they would do like a chaos faction like they did in New Japan with Shinsuke, and just have him be the mount. And then his English, he's not going to be a fluent English speaker.
I mean, to be honest, that's kind of the standard they're working with now with the Japanese stars. They have a limited English and a limited vernacular, but they can, for the most part, try, and if not, maybe put someone with them who can kind of lend the words in English when necessary. Like Kairi and Asuka.
Fucking put them in, like, they put them all in a fact. I know you put the Asians together, but no, I think Shinsuke leading a faction with Asuka and Kairi would be fucking amazing.
A very militant nationalist, I hate to say it, Japanese faction, but
because Shinsuke's, like, when he came back in 2023, that fall, where they did like a dark character, when he was feuding with Cody Rhodes, his promos were all in Japanese, and they were doing like an anime sort of presentation for it, and I thought that was great. I thought that was okay. We're getting on to something here, and then start and stop. It just didn't go anywhere, and
someone seemed to have had his attention pulled elsewhere.
Yeah, I was hoping that Paul would maybe duel, because he's the one that brought Shinsuke in. So my hope is that as his career's winding down, they give him a little bit of a rub on the way out, and even if he doesn't win a world title, freaking just do something good for him. And but hey, they do let him go over to do Pro Wrestling Noah in Japan and wrestle from time to time. So good on them. So. But yeah, Shinsuke, want to see more, but hopefully things will get better for him.
Maybe get some strong style workers in the company. Ilya.
Yeah.
We would love to see that program.
Oh my gosh. Prime New Japan Shinsuke versus Gunther. Jesus Christ.
Imagine the meat slapping on that.
I want that. I want that right now. God, I'm getting a hard on.
The boys getting excited, gentlemen.
I'm getting harder.
Gentlemen, he is... We're uncensored, and we may have to break our own rule on this.
I'm getting harder than college calculus.
That's fun.
No, just fun. Speaking of John Cena, it's rumored that one of his last matches, because he got like 4 dates left. One of his last...
Calm down, ladies and gentlemen, 4.
One of his rumored matches will be taking place at Survivor Series in San Diego against Dirty Dominik Mysterio for the Intercontinental title. What do you think about that?
Well, I actually love the move. I hope they build it right. I feel a lot of the Cena retirement tour stuff has been poorly executed, planned, rushed.
It's been up and down, for sure.
It would benefit him, Dom, and us if they actually sat down and planned this out properly and stuck to a plan, regardless. Unless, catastrophic circumstances.
Of course.
But otherwise, just give us a solid presentation that's not second-guessed over and over again, like seemingly this entire retirement tour has been.
Yeah, I was a little conflicted a little bit when I first heard this, because, you want Cena to face like big names, obviously, but this is an interesting one because Dom is over as Rover, and he's
over as a heel, just like
God,
he's practically Ric Flair at this point.
I know, and they used to boo him out of the building before he even took a breath, but now
still do.
True, but I think what's interesting, the little nugget people are talking about is Cena's never won the Intercontinental title.
Nope.
And if he won it on his retirement tour, he would be like a Grand Slam champion.
It would make him a Grand Slam champion.
So,
yep.
Is that something they should do if they go this route? Would that be optimal? Because obviously he's going to have to relinquish the belt or lose it before he retires.
Or just give it up.
Yeah.
Or as he wants to do or did before, maybe take it home and retire it? Question mark. Maybe WWE has a sudden plan to want to retire the belt?
I mean, they tried that before in 2003, but they backpedaled on that a few months later. But
that's correct. That it didn't work out then. I don't think it's going to work out now.
Well, if they did that, they would have to give Raw a secondary title because they got the U.S. title on SmackDown. So it'd be interesting to see if they went that route.
Well, I mean, by normal brand split thinking, you're absolutely correct. But let's be honest, no matter when, where, what, since the brand split has been established, reestablished, they always toy with just having the solid wall be permeable.
They started out with the brand split so good back in 2002 because it legit felt like
two separate companies.
They had separate writing teams too.
Yes, it was really good. Granted, not some things were better than others, and yes, some shows got more attention than others at times, and I feel the powers that be did not like SmackDown getting so close to being the A show.
It's been documented. It's been very well documented about that. Paul Heyman's even said that he knew there was concerted efforts to make sure SmackDown was the bitch show. And that was great because Vince wanted competition within those two shows. So that's what I thought made the original brand split so much awesome. And then they kind of had it again in 2016 at first with, Mick Foley as GM Raw and then Daniel Bryan as SmackDown GM. Then it didn't last long either. It kind of went.
Plans kind of just dissolved.
And then freaking what killed the brand split for me, and we were there, was the night Vince introduced Wild Card, pal.
Oh, the Wild Card, God, pal.
Yeah.
We're just going to make it up, and we want superstars to just switch.
Yeah, we're just going to have we're going to have 3 guys go over here, 3 guys go over there. It could happen anytime. There's no consistency. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. They've tried all these start and stops. Now they're talking about another brand split.
No,
draft.
I'm gonna be honest. I want to pause you for just a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't remember being at a show where that happened. I don't remember Vince talking at a show. Where
it was May of 2019. I'm sure you went with us, didn't you?
It was a Raw, right?
Because I know you went with us to one.
Cesaro was there. I have pictures of this event, but I don't remember.
You went with us to Raw in 2016. Because that was after that brand split. You know what? Now that I think about it, I don't think you were with. Because that was the same one that they did Were you ever at one with the Firefly Funhouse segment? Because that was. Oh, then you weren't there with us.
No.
Wow.
See, I get elevated and inebriated, y'all, but I knew I wasn't there.
My bad.
I didn't go.
You did go with us to the 2016 one. You did go to that one with us. Because that was the night of the Gift of Ass.
Ah, the Gift of Ass. Let me dive into this for a second. Wrestling fans, if you would indulge me for just 1 second, I would love to talk to you about a common courtesy that I think we should all offer each other.
Yeah.
I get that certain people, may be a little rotund, a little robust, but I think we should do all of us as wrestling fans a favor. If we go to a convention, a show, any kind of gathering of fans, can we please bathe like the morning before or even the night before? I mean, put on some cologne. I mean, some baby powder. I don't know what you got to do, but I mean, let me tell you about my experience and why I'm very heavily advocating for this.
This is a good one.
So, we are at the Heritage Bank Center in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Now, anyone that's ever been there can tell you that the seats are literally in your knees.
Yep.
It's very poorly designed where the seat literally sits on top of the concrete about yay high, and I'm not exasperating. And then there's a drop-off, and I do mean just a sheer drop. And then you're at the back of the chair in front of you, and that is directly in your knee space the whole time.
Yes.
Now, aside from knee issues and such, you're very close.
Assholes to elbows with people.
Assholes to elbows, and elbows to ear holes.
Yeah, pretty much.
And every time, I don't have a name for this gentleman, thank God. I may be tempted to put him on blast.
Yeah, I remember this guy.
Every time this gentleman stood up, sat down...
And he was in front of us, by the way.
And he was directly in front of me.
Yeah, he was. Right in front of you.
He was kind of cornered to you.
Yeah, we were in the trajectory.
Oh, yes. But every time this gentleman just kind of made any movement...
And God forbid if he stood up.
That fanned the godforsaken air that resided under his ass. It stank to high heaven. And every time this dude moved, I had to try not to gag. And I one side of me wanted to say something to this gentleman and, tell him to fucking handle his stench. But then there was another side of me, the side that won that night, which was the side that said, no, this guy paid for a ticket just as much as you do.
Yeah. You only got to put up with it for a few hours.
Put up with him for a few hours. But with that being said, do we really have to put up with you? I feel...
Common courtesy.
Body odor is...
He was with someone didn't fucking tell him?
Surely it had to be a spouse or girlfriend. I
don't remember. I know he was with somebody.
Someone had to have smelled the Fromunda cheese on that man.
Oh, dear gosh.
And just from the Rated R Wrestling podcast to the international wrestling community, please wash your ass and pits and balls.
Absolutely.
And vag for our female.
Yeah. And we coined the term the gift of ass because that was during the Chris Jericho list phase, which was awesome. And we coined it. I remember, how would it go? It's the gift of ass. Breathe it in, man.
Yeah, breathe it in, man. And take it in. No, you don't even want to take this in.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. Definitely a rough part of that night. But, yeah, I apologize about the misinformation about you being at the 2019 one. That was the night that Vince announced the wild card rule. I remember being there. That was also the night that FTR or the Revival died, in my opinion. Uzi Hot, I'd mentioned that last week. Don't want to get back into that one. That'll piss me off. But, yeah, just to tie it back up. So, yeah, I would like to see, I think John Cena and Dom would be a good match. That'd be interesting. If only Cena wins that Intercontinental title, because I think the dude, it would look good on the dude, because I think he's never won that. Fucking let him win it, I think.
Now, I'm borderline a little, what's the word, cautious about this match. I'm afraid it's going to derail Dom. Cena has a history of rather inadvertently or on purpose stepping on people and giving them the shovel. And I feel that's going to kill Dom's momentum, which is kind of fragile.
Unless he gives a lot to him.
Because what's to keep him and the Judgment Day going if he loses the fan interest?
Fair enough. There's ways they could get out of it. They're already showing dissension with him and Finn. I mean, Finn could be a dick and screw him out of that match that gives Dom an out, perhaps. I don't know. Just fantasy booker in my mind here. We'll see how that goes. But we'll see how that goes if that match does happen. So, yeah, I'm going to go on to my next point here. All right, what do we got? Oh, God. So, I don't know if you heard about this one. You're familiar with JCW, aren't you?
Yes, the Juggalo Championship Wrestling, if I could spit it out, ladies and gentlemen.
You know who showed up there and is working for them now? Vince fucking Russo.
The Rooster himself.
Bro.
Bro.
Yeah, he just recently showed up. It might have been a night or 2 nights ago. He's now the new financial investor in JCW. That's his role now. Which is funny because last episode I said Vince Russo needed to come back to wrestling and manage Matt Riddle to be the bros bro.
Maybe he can do that on JCW now.
But then the motherfucker shows up on JCW. That's great.
I mean, to be fair, it seems very Matt Riddle friendly.
The
I'm sure I've not been to a gathering, y'all. Maybe someone. Maybe I'll go one day.
I mean, Matt would fit
Has he ever been to a JCW match?
I feel like Riddle would fit
Let
there.
us know in the comments if you've seen it or no.
Because I don't know if offhand he'd fit the vibe there. I feel like Matt would
Totally fit the vibe.
Yeah, but
I feel like I don't know if you know this. Do you know that at the gatherings, it's very common to get asked or to ask someone to show you their butthole?
no, I did not know that.
It's a very common thing, and apparently, not, at least a good percentage of people will just bend right over and spread them and let you look at the old brown eye there.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. Well, that's something I learned today.
Today he learned.
Today I learned something new.
Anyway, back to your point.
What I was going to say was the one thing that I'm hoping for, and you might get a kick out of this too. I would love to hear Corny's take on Vince Russo and JCW because he absolutely despises both.
We watched the podcast, addressed this in the podcast.
Jim, if you're hearing this, Brian, if you hear this, I want you. I'm sure you probably will because whatever.
Maybe someday.
But I'm hoping here in the near future I see a video on my YouTube feed of Jim talking about Vince Russo showing up in JCW.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to come up.
I can't wait. I can't wait. It's
in
gonna,
the drive-thru or the experience.
But we'll see what Vince. I can't even imagine how long that's going to last. But speaking of returns, all signs are pointing to an inevitable. Sorry, I'm God, my language, my grammar, my pronunciation. Chris Jericho might be coming back to WWE.
The return of the Jerichoholics.
Yeah, and then today, it's funny. Today, actually, what happened? The trademark for the Jericho Vortex, which he applied for last year, he's dropped mysteriously.
Jericho Vortex, question mark?
But that was an AEW term of endearment. So it does raise suspicion because he hasn't been on TV in quite a while. The rumors are talking about him coming back, potentially at a Saudi Royal Rumble. I don't know. I think it would be a good move because I really don't know what Jericho's got left to do in AEW.
To be fair, yeah, the man's done everything he's wanted to do, probably.
I mean,
I say probably. I don't picture Tony have said much as no to many things Jericho has said.
Yeah, I mean, the dude, you gotta give the dude credit. He put AEW on his shoulder at first. I mean, he
bared the brunt of the weight
during
at the beginning,
during their peak, and then eventually it just wasn't clicking. His on and off storylines in AEW just weren't gelling. The Jericho Appreciation Society, I was not a fan.
Le Champion can only
that was
far.
good. That was good. I like that.
A little bit of the bubbly around.
Yeah.
You can't ride anything forever, as AEW learned.
No, and I really think that if it's going to happen, he needs to come back to WWE. This is the perfect time to do it.
Guys, if you get annoyed with landline calls as much as I do, comment about it in the comments.
There's probably
I absolutely hate landline phone calls. 95% of them are bill collectors and or spammers. Just an off-topic little rant there.
But yeah, for those of you younger folks might be listening to this, what the fuck's a landline?
Google it, y'all. Fucking Google it.
Long ago, when the world was still young, we had phones that weren't portable.
Wait until you learn what a rotary phone is. If you don't know what a landline is, just wait.
Yeah. So, but God, fucking landlines. But yeah, looking forward. Hopefully Jericho comes back. That'd be good. I'd be all for it. Let's see. What do I have? Anything else? No, that's all of my notes. I mean, I'll edit this part out, but yeah, that's all my notes. What did you remember? You wanted to talk about something like was Was it the betting or the sports betting you
Oh,
mentioned?
yes.
All right. So yeah, like I said, hopefully we'll see Jericho come back here soon.
Well, Aaron, I'd like to put a bullet point on our conversation at this point to talk about a very, very big subject in not only the wrestling news, but in pretty much all sports news, because it's pretty much reached its fingers into pretty much every sport as far as I'm aware.
Okay,
and that is sports betting. In light of the recent scandal in the NBA, sports betting is definitely being looked at as a possible way to exploit for millions.
Well, I have no doubt about that. I mean, I haven't followed it as much as you have, but I understand that the online sports gambling thing is just, I don't even touch that with a 10-foot pole, because that just seems like too much of an adhesive web to get caught in.
So for those who are not in the web, the spin, not in the know on this issue, basically almost all of New York's mob families have been caught with their hands in the pie of a casino in Las Vegas.
The huge.
That was running sports betting.
Ah, there you go.
And this casino with mob ties was basically exploiting online sports bettors and the providers themselves by exploiting. There's a time frame in the NBA between when decisions are made and when they're publicized. Aaron, I don't know if you know this.
I was not.
It happens in a lot of sports.
No, I'm not too familiar.
They took advantage of insider information, knowing that these decisions that normally aren't known for sometimes a day later, before game time. They were telling people in the loop, outside the loop, to place bets on certain teams, certain outcomes, certain... nowadays, you don't even have to bet on a win or a loss. You can bet on the performance of a certain player.
Oh, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I think it's like... correct me if I'm wrong, there's a thing on there that's, for example, like a football game. If such and such player makes a certain amount of passes, you can actually bet on that shit.
All kinds of stuff like that, Aaron. All kinds of stuff. I'll give you an example of some of the insider information that was exposed. A certain player on, let's say the Denver Nuggets, called up a certain friend and said, "Hey, I'm only going to play a very short time in the game today, and I'm going to be benched for the rest of the game with a foot injury." Having this information probably 24 hours or at least a good chunk of time before anyone else would have this information, went and told others to place bets.
Oh, shit.
And so they were raking hundreds of thousands. I think eventually, total, this ring was caught with millions having been wrongfully gained. And let's be honest, that could be easily done in wrestling.
Oh, no shit. Especially
there are certain providers that do bets on outcomes in WWE. Right?
Yeah, they DraftKings does a thing with WWE, which I think is fucking stupid.
Let's be honest. Is there inside information going on with DraftKings? How much do they know to be authorized to do these bets?
Yeah, and why would you bet on a predetermined show anyway? That's stupid.
Absolutely. I mean, well, I kind of get the allure. You've watched this your whole life. You think you know this, then bet on it.
Guess what, motherfucker?
But I feel like they're access to privileged information in order to assure themselves in these bets.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong in the business. If you're in the loop, the know, we would love to know. Not anything you're not allowed to share. Just how the
kayfabe,
business
brother.
Works. Yeah, keep kayfabe.
Kayfabe, brother. Yeah, because like they could. A big old main event. You're telling me there's not one way they can find out. Oh, this is who's going to go over. This is who's not going to go over.
Drew Cody coming up. Let's take that for example.
Yeah, I mean that's the odds are Cody's winning, but a lot of people are claiming for Drew to win. But still, DraftKings could totally they'll know more than some random.
Maybe they get told the outcome of the match, or maybe that the match doesn't have an outcome, and so they know that they're safe in the knowledge of a win-loss bet.
There's some absolute bullshit and fuckery that's right.
I mean, correct us. We're not on there. I don't bother with the gambling. But if you're on there and you do these picks, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, because like I think about it, a great example could be when they had that match between Orton and Jinder for the title. If I was betting and I'm betting fucking Orton, I would have been pissed.
Everyone would have bet the house on Orton, and the industry would
except
have
for that one dickhead who's like,
they're gonna make Ginger win.
There was one dick.
Every wrestling friend circle has that one guy.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna name drop that guy right now, but I'm only gonna use the first name. Kid.
I hope we get Gilbo on this podcast one day.
I would, if you're watching Gilbo, we'd love to get you on here.
Yeah, we'll definitely get him on there if we can ever find out where the fuck he's at. But yeah, dude,
man is turned into mist.
Yeah. There's a lot of, but we call him Gilbo. He's a great dude. He would be great for certain conversations because he's got some opinions out there too, no doubt.
as I'm sure we all do as wrestling fans.
Oh yeah.
As we all love wrestling, and it's very subjective, and I think that's the beautiful thing about wrestling.
And it's okay to have a different fucking opinion.
It's okay to have a different opinion. It's okay to have a wrong opinion.
Yeah.
It's okay to have a stupid opinion, even. Because at the end of the day,
opinions are like assholes.
Most people are going to be wrong, and opinions are like assholes.
Everyone's got one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like Jim Cornette. I don't agree with everything that dude says, but that's the beauty of it. That's what being civil is about. You can compare and contrast your opinions. You'll share opinions. That's what's great. I mean, eventually we're going to have debates over certain things. You're going to like things that I like, and I'm going to like things that you don't like.
We've already counterpointed, I believe, twice on this episode alone, guys.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Our buddy Greg, we're going to have fun whenever we decide to talk about CM Punk.
Yes, we keep dropping this tease for the CM Punk debate.
People are going to be like, when the fuck is this going to be? And it's never going to
have a strong debate on CM Punk, let us know in the comments.
Spoiler alert, I'll be pro Punk. Because apparently
Mans is a punk mark. He is.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you look at our artwork, you may notice.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm wearing the Punk shirt in the actual opening signature of every podcast. But yeah, whenever we do that, that'll be great. Look forward to that. But we'll have other debates. Like, I'll say this. You're not a fan of Alexa Bliss and the Wyatt Six. So I'm sure we're going to have a great discussion on that one day because I am the opposite.
Yes.
But hey, if we all like the same shit, it'd be boring.
Minus the actual Alexa Bliss and Wyatt Six conversation, I want to touch on the doll.
Oh, Lily, fuck.
I want to touch on Lily. Why do they insist on shoving this fugly doll down our throats? I don't care if it's money related or not. No one bought it the first time. No one bought it the second time. No one's buying this fugly doll the third time.
Well, here's the thing with the doll.
And they're obsessed with the doll. They put it in segments, and it kind of just ruins Alexa Bliss as a whole.
Here's the problem with the doll. The doll, when it first introduced, was when they were doing that shit where she was with Bray Wyatt and The Fiend, right? Then he's gone.
Which it should have ended then, let's be honest.
She kept it around for a while after he was gone from the company, and then she went on hiatus. She comes back. She still got the doll. If she's not going to be involved with the Wyatt Six right now, why does she have the fucking doll?
Why is she dark? Why is she spooky still?
It doesn't fit with her and Charlotte right now.
She just wants to be this weird dark unicorn, and I feel it makes her in a spot where she can't truly be heel or babyface.
Right, but yeah, we could go on a tangent about that. There are things that we will agree on that, but yeah, you'll see live debates. Kyle's got his own opinions, and whenever he's here, me and him, we've had our friendly little debates in the car before. But like I said, we all shouldn't have the same opinion because it would be boring. We got to have we got to have a little verbal jousting, friendly verbal jousting.
Absolutely.
And then, but yeah, that might be a good place to wrap it up here today. But thanks again, Mike. This was fun. I like doing these talks.
I love these.
But we will definitely.
I hope you guys do too.
We're trying to put something together. Can't guarantee it, but the next episode might be a nice little doozy of an episode. Probably going to try to get some more guests in here, and stay tuned for that. We'll let you know when that's coming out. But
stay tuned.
Before we go, I did get a notice. Oh, okay. Kyle did message me. He said, "Hey, I would like to send a message out to all the rated R wrestling fanatics out there."
You guys.
So we'll leave you with that. But until then, I'm Aaron, a.k.a. StudMuffin Supreme.
And I am Michael the motherfucker.
There you go, Michael the motherfucker. There you go. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. And here's Kyle.
Oh, there you go, guys. Oh, sorry I couldn't make it this week. I'm stuck on the shitter here. Oh, had a binge of White Castle with Chipotle and Taco Bell. And I mixed it with some beer. And it's the kind of shit that never wipes. Never wipes. Ever. I'll see you all next week. Aaron and Mike's got this covered. Peace out. And can somebody give me some toilet paper?